Hey guys, Mega Man NG here, and y'all know what that means. Time for another Flash episode review. We only have 2 episode reviews left. This is one of them, with next week being the season finale. So here's the deal. I will be providing a summary on what this week's episode was about, which is Invincible, as well as what I liked and disliked about it. Let me tell you, I do have a lot to say about it, both good and bad. So basically, the plot of the episode is this. Barry has his powers back. However, Zoom has amassed a metahuman army to take over Central City of Earth-1, and the fighting becomes way intense, until the Flash was able to quell it within a few minutes. It didn't take long, though, because somehow Zoom has summoned one of his top generals to cause havoc and destruction. And now it's up to Barry to stop him. But at the same time, things are already getting more intense as it is, with Wally deciding to take action against the metahumans, and the fact that Caitlin's having PTSD. Not to mention Cisco vibing. Cisco's getting Manny vibes, and all of them are not good. And it ends with a moment that I don't even want to mention for the sake of this review. Yeah, let me tell you, not much of a summary, but with the season finale next week, I'm going to have to go all out for that one. Basically, the episode is alright. I did like it, but it was hampered down with several issues. Let's first focus on the good, starting with the villain of the week, or rather the metahuman of the week, Earth 2 Laurel Lance, aka Black Siren. It's nice to see a version of Laurel Lance in The Flash, because as you guys already know, in Season 4 of Arrow, Earth 1 Laurel Lance is dead. And it's sad. It was sad, and it was the one thing that kind of turned me off on the show completely. I don't know why, because I always find these deaths rather pointless. Although, truthfully, it's because of the actress Kate Cassidy wanted to leave the show. So I guess it's kind of understandable. But I gotta admit, Kate Cassidy did a very well done job as the Black Siren. She actually has the real power of firing out sonic waves, unlike in Arrow, where she has like a device that can make it so. But it's Earth 2, and for some odd reason, many of the metahumans from Earth 2 are like pure evil. I don't know why, but it makes me wish that Earth 2, it makes me imagine it, that Earth 2 is somewhat like Earth 3. Like Earth 3 where basically everything is reversed, where good guys are bad guys and vice versa. It is kind of weird, but it makes me imagine that Earth 2 is in fact Earth 3. I don't know why, but it just is. It just is. Another good thing is the performance of John Wesley Shipp. Yes, this is his last episode appearance, but he does an amazing job. He really did a great job. And for what time he had until what happened in the end, it was awesome. It really is. And I really enjoyed it, for better or worse. It was nice having him in the show, and I thought he would be a permanent mainstay. But alas, that's not to be. And there was also another good thing I liked. Wally West actually now standing up to do what's right. But it's a matter of atoning for the sins that he committed. I feel that due to the particle accelerator explosion that affected both Jesse and Wally, I believe that it won't be long before we reach Season 3 and he ends up becoming a speedster like Barry. But only time will tell, although truthfully, using a car to knock the Black Siren out was not the best idea. Not the best idea, especially. It isn't. Another good thing I like was there was like this one scene where there was a lot of humor. There was some humor with Cisco, and I feel that Cisco really helped things out with the episode. Not to mention Cisco being Reverb and Caitlin being Killer Frost was actually kind of nice. Although, I already said although, but I'm going to stop saying that. Personally, I really do liked it. Especially with the bit when Cisco actually started firing out vibrational waves like Reverb. It won't be long now. It won't be long before Cisco has the power to do so, being like Reverb in Welcome to Earth 2. And I still gotta admit, Reverb was a really fun villain, and I wish he didn't die, for goodness sake. It would have been awesome having him stick around as sort of like a recurring villain, trying to taunt Cisco and push him more and more into like adapting to his powers. Which, speaking of which, he's been vibing a lot all throughout the episode. And at first it makes him wonder, thinking that it's like straight off the birds. But by the end of the episode, we now know why. He was vibing something from the future, and it showed the destruction of Earth 2. Not good. Not good at all, especially compared to what happened in the end. Where, yes, sad to say, Henry Allen died in the end of the episode. I mean, My God, why? First Barry's mom and now his dad. Barry has suffered so much. And it hurts. It just hurts to an extreme. It makes me mad that Zoom had to do it. But it just shows off just how evil Hunter Zolomon was willing to go. How far he was willing to go to hurt Barry. I really got to admit it. I got to admit it. That was pretty smart. But it's sad that Henry Allen died. And Teddy Sears, for better or worse, I love the guy. I love the actor for what he does. He did a good job in the early seasons as Jay Garrick, but he does a tremendous job as Zoom, a.k.a. Hunter Zolomon. Truly a delight. And I'm starting to like the actor more and more. And with next week being the season finale, it's going to be intense. However, even though there were some good things about it, there were some things I did not like. One of the things I didn't like was the metahuman fight that happened in the beginning. I thought it was going to last through the entire episode, since last week's episode had an epic cliffhanger showing all the different evil metahumans from Earth 2 ready to wreak havoc. It would have been an amazing battle. It would have been amazing to have it throughout the entire episode with Team Flash having to work against, to take down every single metahuman there was. It would have been epic. But it got cut short within a matter of minutes. Made worse was that they came up with a device that would be able to shut down all the Earth 2 metahumans using vibrational frequencies. It just was a disappointment, honestly. Not to mention Barry being another douchebag. I don't know why, but Barry seems a bit cocky. He seemed a bit arrogant. Just because he got his powers back does not give him an excuse to be a jerk. And that's a fact because he assured everyone that Zoom can be stopped. How can you stop Zoom when you're always going about helping people, unaware that Zoom in the end is going to win? How can you? Tell me. How? Because it makes you feel so stuck up, doesn't it, Barry Allen? The only thing I hope for in the finale that you learn from all this and that you actually do stop Zoom before he does anything even worse. Ugh, that was the one thing the other thing that turned me off. It turned me off because Barry was just a douchebag, a self-centered, egotistical douchebag. And I didn't like it. He was just douchey for the sake of it, and I feel the writing probably had to be blamed. Because at least if it was in the comics, Barry Allen would actually know better and do the right thing instead of being so stuck up. It just hurts. It just hurts on so many levels. So yeah, that's it for my review. It's not much, but honestly, with how good that was, with some good moments, some good action, some good humor, character development, etc., with an ending that's going to shock you, get you ready for the finale. Although, truthfully, some of the bits did make me disappointed. Like the metahuman fight just stand still, and Barry's attitude. It's upsetting. But overall, it was a pretty good episode. However, I'm going to have to be brutally honest with my rating, and I am going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. It is a great episode, don't get me wrong. It did have some good action and some good moments. But some of the faults kind of hindered it. And I wish the metahuman battle would have lasted throughout the entire episode. And it would have had the ending be the same way, with Zoom killing Henry Allen. It would have been nice. And it would have set things up for the finale nicely. With all the metahumans defeated, all that remains is Zoom. But Zoom has his own plans. His plans, and it's going to lead to the race of his life. And it's going to be an intense one, that is. Next week's review is going to be proof of that. And I'm going to be going the extra mile to make sure that it's worth it. Anyway, that's it for my Flash episode review. It's not much, but I'm running low on time and I have to get to work on Fire Emblem Fates for tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. And I will see you next week for when I do the season finale of The Flash, The Race of His Life. And remember, all of my reviews, whether it be The Flash, TMNT, or Ace Attorney, they all fall under fair use because, honestly, I'm talking about it. And I'm not putting anything copyright or anything. Alright, that's it. This is Mega Man NG, signing off. Peace out.